Said, you know, it's a group of losers if 6 to 9 women group up to plan a Galentine's. Bitch. I'm over here cracking the fuck up because that's true. When the Galentine's Day thing started, it was the loser bitches. Like, let me clarify. It was definitely the loser bitches when it started. That's who started it, a loser bitch.
And why do y'all be at these Galentine's Day events wearing nothing but lingerie, drinking alcohol, and twerking in a room full of nothing but women? And y'all gotta stop doing weird stuff, because I'm all for a good time, but what is the lingerie about exactly? Y'all can't wear regular clothes? And now I understand why y'all don't want men no more, because y'all probably just want each other.
Another thing, what the fuck is this Galentine's Day shit you bitches that made up? Like, I don't want to hang with no bitch on Valentine's Day. I'm trying to go to Pound Town.
Don't laugh! I could never.
Could never. Could never.
I'm talking about definition of you can get a girl the world.
All he gave me was a quesadilla and I'm happy.
Definition of you can get a girl the world and it still ain't enough.
Y'all want to know what's crazy? A lot of us gonna be some single motherfuckers for the rest of our life, you know? And that is sad. Like, I'm the type of female, I pay attention to what the is going on. They are trying to end us as a whole fucking race. You know, that systematic shit that was started years ago, that shit is working. Cause niggas ain't fucking with each other for real.
What up, gents? Welcome to TSG Uncut. I am your host, Shaun C. Now, we just got past Valentine's Day, and I know some of y'all saw it, right? Some women call it Galentine's Day. I'll be honest, I had no clue what the hell Galentine's Day was, but I guess it means me and my girls because I ain't got a man. And listen, ladies could do what they want to, obviously. But what I find interesting is a lot of the women that are celebrating being single while at the same time complaining that men aren't stepping up anymore. Men aren't pursuing anymore. Men aren't committing anymore. And I'm sitting here like, how did we get here? Because the truth is, gents, that we didn't get here because black men hate black women. We got here because there was a long, slow, steady campaign to convince black women that the man who would love them, the man who would protect them, the man who would build with them is the enemy. And that the man that they should collectively choose are the men who are exciting, the men who are toxic, the men who are fun, the men who really ain't shit. And then when those men destroy them, their confidence, who they are, the beautiful woman that was there, instead of them saying, you know what, I learned my lesson, they end up going right back to those dudes. And then they want to take their anger out on men who were never enemies in the first place. And today, I'm going to prove it. Do me a favor, hit that like button. With that being said, let's get started.
Yes, it is true. If a man dates a white woman, he will date a man.
As a black woman who dated in the past an undercover gay black man, I can confirm this. It is absolutely true. It's actually scientifically proven.
It is scientifically proven? No. The devil is a lie. And so are these women who continuously get up on here and just make shit up. Because they don't know how to choose a man, now all of a sudden, everybody got to be the same way. It's not preference. It's not opinion. This is not dating talk. This is straight up shaming tactics. And what's crazy is if you go down into the comments of a video like this, you're going to see a whole bunch of women trying to clock it, girl, confirm it, right? Like they go sit there and try to confirm something that is not scientifically proven. The only thing that it proves is these women are top-rate haters. They're not even addressing, nor do they ever address the actual issue. Because the issue is not that a black man dated a white woman. The issue is, why did he feel that he had to expand his options in the first place? Nobody wants to ask that question. They don't even really care about the answer to it either. Because the black men who date out are not always the men who hated black women. A lot of them are the men who wanted a black woman, but they continuously got rejected, disrespected, and belittled. They were told that they were lame. They were told that they're not their type. They were told that they couldn't handle them. And so what do those men do? Right? Those men said, all right, well, I'm not going to beg, and obviously I'm not your type, and obviously you're going to continue. I keep going through this not being appreciated. What do you expect them to do? Die alone because you going to die alone? These are the same women who push men away and then want to shame the men for moving on. And here's the deeper part, gents. That shaming tactic is also a way to say that if you don't do what I want, then you're not a real man. And that right there, it goes past shaming. It's manipulation. Now, I want to say shout out to King on this one. I believe he sent me this one. This one is important because this is a black woman asking a real question. Are these reality shows shaping behavior in the black community?
Sis said that reality TV, pretty much the reason why we see the types of women and mothers that we see right now within the black community. And I could not agree with her more. I know it's a lot of people who do the content regarding the black fatigue and everything like that, but I need you all to understand, black women did not always behave like the type of women that you possibly see on YouTube, on TikTok, on social media in general. Even the ones that you might see out in your regular life. Like, black women did not used to behave like that. We were not the type of people that would be out wearing pajamas. We were not the type of people that was always so loud and obnoxious, out and about, fighting, spitting on people. We did not hold ourselves as being uncouth. Even if you look at pictures of our ancestors from like the 60s, 70s, like, we were always very ladylike.
Yes.
Like, our women always represented themselves in such a classy manner, even from Diana Ross on up to Whitney Houston. Even when you go down to the 90s, like, we just didn't do a lot of the shit that we doing, and whatever we did, we kept it in the back. And it was all done by design, especially when you look at who created the shows that most black women gravitated to in the 20th century. See, we could say that it started with Bad Girls Club or that it started with The Flavor of Love, but it really didn't, because that was a cast of different races of women. But we could say that when it came to the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because you saw wealthy black women in the South, and that was something that a lot of people weren't quite prepared for, because the South has a history of being so racist, and black people was down, That jumped it off. It portrayed black women in a different manner compared to what you would have seen in like Living Single or something like that. Now, keep in mind, the Real Housewives of Atlanta, creator of the Real Housewives of Atlanta, is from Canada. Okay, this is her right here. Now let's go to Love and Hip Hop. Mona Scott. We already know about Love and Hip Hop and what that shit represented. Mona Scott is Haitian. She's not even a black American. So let's go to another one. Zeus Network. This is the one that hit me the hardest.
Whoa.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I think his name is Lenny, who is the CEO of Zeus Network. He was born in Detroit, but it's his father that is concerning to me. Zeus Network, they are the ones who are over the franchise of Baddies, and in my opinion, Zeus Network is the architect of black fatigue. They are, in my opinion. However, his father, go and look him up. He is actually the bishop over the Church of God in Christ, which is the biggest black church in America. I'm gonna just leave that there.
Oh my God. I mean, this woman was really asking the right questions, because we got to keep it a buck here. Reality TV didn't just happen, okay? There was somebody who produced it. There was somebody who funded it. There was somebody who casted it. And there was somebody that edited it. And most importantly, there was somebody who profited off of it. And that's why you always hear people, when they're doing investigations, what do they say? Follow the money, right? And when you start following the money, then you start to see there's these networks and these type of people who have pretty much embedded themselves into every aspect of our society, even our government. This is kind of what I talked about the other day. Even the stuff that I was concerned about, it goes deeper. These are things that I've said over the years of making this, but I coded it because I didn't want to combine that with this channel. Until recently, you saw me I had to tell y'all what I had to tell y'all. So what happens when you take a group of women and you try to continue to push the same message? Be loud, be aggressive, be hypersexual, be disrespectful, humiliate men publicly, treat relationships like it's a war, treat marriage like it's a scam, treat femininity like it's a weakness. You call that empowerment. And think about who benefits from it and who loses from it. If you have people who have wanted to bring us down, then it benefits them when we're fighting with each other. It benefits them when the best of us can't even find the best of our own women. And you have the best of our women who think they're too good for really good men. When we have defined who we are as a people based on what we have and not who we are. We have fallen for this shit hook, line, and sinker. And I don't know how you get back to it unless there is a significant cultural and mindset change. And unfortunately, it's gonna have to start with our women. Now in this next clip, this is where there's gonna be a slight tone shift, okay? I need black women to understand something. Black men have been fighting this system since day one. We've been target number one of this system. This clip is gonna explain it better than I ever could.
I saw people come in for rape little girls and they would get 5 years. For violating a child's womb, they gave me 25 to 50 for a car. Look at my record, Google me. They gave me 25 years at 19 years old. And that hurts when I talk about it because that was half my life. And I watch people come in for so much more serious offenses. Kill little kids. They were getting 5 and 6 years. They would get out and beat and then come back. Some of them were repeat offenders. Not justifying. I deserved it. But 25 years? I've never shot anybody. Look at my record. 25 years? Something about that, Shaun, doesn't seem right to me.
I need y'all to sit with that for a moment, because this is what I mean when I say that black men have been under a system that's rigged. We know that the system is rigged and we know who this system benefits. But it's a system where a black man can make one mistake, but predators who destroy women and children get a slap on the wrist. And this is what disturbed me the other day in the other video about everything that's going on right now and why it hits so hard to me as a black man. We can say, well, you shouldn't care about that because that's all them. No, this system has affected each and every one of us who were just trying to make it. So when black women, the women who say that they love us, turn around and talk about black men like we're your enemy, it tells me that they don't understand history. Because as a black man, we have never been fighting for just ourselves. Our bodies have been on the front line fighting for this country since its inception, and every war since then to fight for freedoms that we didn't even get to enjoy. We have always been the target. And here's the part nobody wants to say out loud, but when the system attacks black men, it also attacks black women, because you can't destroy the men and expect the women to be safe. You can't destroy fathers and expect the children to thrive. And what makes this so frustrating is we as black men already know who the enemy is. We've been knowing, but too many black women have been programmed to think enemy is the man I'm supposed to build with. And that right there, that's a lie. Now, I came across this clip, and this clip might be a little bit hard to watch, but this is the part that shows you who the real enemy is.
Cell technology that Peter and I are investing in is called SCNT, which takes the egg of a young, perfect woman specimen, takes the egg and takes out the nucleus and puts our DNA in the nucleus. They just go in and take it out.
Painful,
Huh?
the painful.
Yeah, and this is part of this genetic greatness that we don't see in any other race on the planet. These curvy, sexy black women from Africa. You girls have a kind of a monopoly on this genetic perfection, and we want some of that. So, girls, for $100, we will pay you for your egg.
$100?
So how much do you want for it? Let's bid. I bid $500 for the Olympic period. Whatever I bid, you can outbid me. about $60,000 worth of eggs. Yeah. If you have an abortion, that's very valuable. Umbilical cord, and placenta, even your period blood is so rich with stem cells. We regard it as waste, and it actually should be. It should be captured, it's recycled, and it shouldn't go to waste. It's life for somebody else.
Now, I have to say this very clearly and very carefully. What we're seeing with everything that's been dropping is we've been seeing patterns. When you look at the kind of people who operate on the top, the wealthy elites, the ones connected to this trafficking, the ones connected to this exploitation, they don't see black women as queens like y'all think. Yeah, they'll pay for you and they'll do all these stuff. See you as a means for their survival, for their betterment. And they'll hand you a few dollars, but it's essentially selling your soul for whatever it is that they want from you. They see black women as a resource. And that's why I keep saying black women are fighting the wrong enemy. Because while you have black women online shaming black men, the real predators are in boardrooms. They're in private jets. They're in gated communities. They have always had a history of treating black bodies like they were a commodity. So if you think you're safe because you're dating outside your race, then you're not. You're missing the point. The danger isn't about the dating. The danger is about the systems. The danger is about the exploitation. And the tragedy is black women are being socially programmed to disrespect one group of men that would actually go to war for them, that have gone to war for them, and that's black men. And so you got men here, like the look on some of their faces. I'm so glad that the look on some of these women's faces was that of disgust. But we know for the one or two that's disgusted, there'll be some that'll be so willing to sell their soul for this, to give to this. Now, I want y'all to think of one last thing. When you think about what you just heard in context with everything that's coming out, this don't seem innocent no more, does it?